Bismillah, we're now going live, numerical reasoning, short test 8, looking at some corrections of my students. Okay, right, so question number 1, fire away folks, which questions do we need to correct? Okay, first one, 1A?
Yeah.
Okay, 1A. Okay, Bismillah. Okay, 1A. How many flights were in total to the destinations shown above? So for this we need the correct numbers of here. Right, so we start from, okay, start from the first one. Right, give me some of the numbers. Right, first one is?
27.
Oh, you mean 37?
27.
Bristol is 37 by any chance, yeah?
No.
Bristol is 37?
Oh no, I'm doing
Okay, Bristol is 37. And the next one is?
23.
23, good. You just keep on feeding me the numbers, please.
38.
38.
12.
38 is this one, then it's 12 is that one.
39.
Which one's 39? 39 is Dublin, yeah?
Yeah.
And then?
50.
Belfast is?
40.
40. And then?
10.
10 is Cardiff. And then?
7.
7 is Liverpool. And then?
27.
27 is? Southampton. Now when you add up all these numbers, we should get a total of? 233. Done. That's question 1A done. Okay, let's move on to question 1B. Okay. Anybody got question 1B wrong? No. Okay. Yeah? Question 1B here. How many times more frequent flights to Belfast than Cardiff? So let's go to B. So Belfast. How many flights went to Belfast first of all? Belfast was? 40 flights. And what about Cardiff? Cardiff was? 10 flights. So they're saying how many times is this? So how do we get from 10 to 40 times it by?
4.
So it is 4 times more frequent. So question B, the answer is 4. Okay, next question. C. Anybody get C wrong? No, good. On D.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 weeks later the number of flights to Cardiff halved and the number of flights to Liverpool increased by 200%. What is the sum of flights to Cardiff and Liverpool in this week? So Cardiff. Okay, where's Cardiff? What was Cardiff flights? So Cardiff flights was originally how many? 10. And the Cardiff flights halved. So half of 10 is? 5. Good. And the number of flights to Liverpool increased by 200%. How many was it to Liverpool first of all?
7.
Liverpool was 7. And if you make something 200% more, which means you multiply everything by 2. It's double the amount. 200% more. Okay? So 7 times by 2 is 14. Okay. So now the question goes, how many is that altogether? And the answer is 19. So Cardiff was 5 flights in total and Liverpool was 14 flights in total. Okay? Done. Okay, has anybody got E wrong? Okay, let's go. Okay, so let's go to E now. It says, I think for E I might need to clear the page here. EPE Airlines sold that many thousand flight tickets, pounds worth of flight tickets. How much did they charge per ticket? Do we work out? Okay, let's have a look what we are going to do. Okay, EPE Airlines sold 102,000 flight tickets from London to Dublin. Okay, let's change the colors. London to Dublin. How many flights were there from London to Dublin? There were how many flights? 39 flights. How much was the total money they made out of all those flights? 102 and 960. So the calculation we need to do is 102,960 divided by 39. And that will give us an answer of 2,640, but everybody wants to know how we do it, yeah? Okay, let's clear the page then. New. Okay, can you give me that those numbers again, please, folks? So it was 102,960 divided by 39. Now this is called long division. Now we have a little technique we do long division. We do this thing called a mini times table. Okay, have you guys heard of mini fish and chips? Yeah, it's like fish and chips but smaller, cheaper, yeah? So what we're going to do now, we're going to do times table, but it's going to be mini times table, so it'll be smaller. Like a small chunky version of it. So all we need to consider is the 2 times of the 39, the 5 times of the 39, and the 10 times of the 39. It'll all come a bit more clear as we go along the question, okay? So 2 times by 39 is
78.
78. It's 2 less than 80. And 10 lots of 39 is?
390.
And half of 390 is?
1,800. There's none. 195. 195.
Yeah, you happy with that so far? No. Let's have a look how we're going to do this question. Are you guys ready for it? Okay, right. So we say how many, so I'm going to do this technique like a short division style. We're going to use many times tables in this watch. So how many 39s go into 1? Nothing, remainder? 1. 1. How many 39s go into 10? Nothing, remainder? 10. How many 39s go into 10? Nothing, remainder? 10. Okay? How many 39s go into 102? This is the important part now. So this is the part we have to look at this mini times table. So I know if I have 2 lots of 39, that will give me, what will it give me? 78. Can I fit one more 39 into 100? One more 39?
No.
No way. So how many can I fit 39s into 100 then? 2. Put 2 on top of there. And what's 2 lots of 39? What is it? 78. Let's put 78 underneath here and minus them. So what's 102 take my 78 to work out the remainder? So let's do that here. So 102 minus 78. What's 102 minus 78?
26.
That will give you 26.
6.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's 26?
I didn't mentally, so 22.
Okay. Okay. Are you sure it's 22?
24.
24. Come on, guys. You do mental maths. You're going for grammar tests and you doing maths like a grandmother. Okay. Okay, right. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Don't do. Okay. So the answer for that one was 24. 70, 90, add another 12. That's right. 112. Okay. So the remainder is 24. Let's put the remainder with the next number. 24. How many 39s go into 249? We know straight away that we can get how many of them in there?
5.
5. 5 lots of 39 will give us a total of 195. But we got to go from 195, we got by another, how much to go? By another 50 more. We can add one more. So we'll have how many lots of 39 in there? Altogether? 6 lots. And then put the 39 over here. So 5 add another, that's what we're sorting out. So now how many 39s go into 156? So, because 249 minus 234 gives you 15. So we're going to have how many 39s into 156? We said it's 4. Let's do the working out for that. Why is that? Because 2 lots of 39 gave you 78. And another 2 lots gave you another 78. So 8 add 8 is 16. That's 14 add 1 is 15. So that gave you exactly 4. And that's 0. And that's the end of that question. Okay, done. Okay, welcome back. Question 2. See, a swimming pool has the same dimension as the shed. What is the capacity of the swimming pool in liters? So first of all, look at the volume in meters cubed. So volume is equal to length times by width times by height. Now the length is
9.
and the width is
3.
and the height is
4.
okay. So we have 9 times by 3 times by 4. Okay, what's that equal to? What's 9 times by 12 basically? 9 times by 12 will give us 108 meters cubed is the volume. Now for the next part of the question, we need to change this meters cubed into liters. We need to know the conversion. So 1 meter cubed is worth how many liters? 1000 liters. That is a conversion identity that we need to learn. So we get the 108. For those of you who guessed it, that's not good enough. You need to know it.
I never guessed it.
Good. 108, you times that by 1000. And that will give us an answer of
108,000.
108,000 liters. Okay, 108,000 liters is the answer for part C. Done.
Simple.
Okay, what about D? You do D now? Question D. How many identical boxes with dimensions 0.5 times by 0.5 times by 1 can both fit into the shed? Okay. Now, along the bottom of the shed, we got 9 meters. How many 0.5 meters can you fit in there?
18.
18 of them, because only half a meter each, yeah? You fit 18 boxes alongside, yeah? Now, the shed is 3 meters wide. In the 3 meters wide, how many half meter boxes can you fit in there? 6. You got 3 meters, and you got 6 half meters in there. Yeah? Okay. Now, in the height part. In the height of the shed, how high is the shed? How high is the shed? 4 meters. And how tall is each box? 1 meter. How many 1 meters can you fit into 4 meters? 4. So you fit 18 boxes along the bottom, 6 boxes down, so 18 by 6, and 4 boxes high. So for part D, to work out how many fit, we have to do 18 times by 6 times by 4. So question D is 18 times by 6 times by 4. And can anybody give me an answer to that?
432.
Excellent. 432 boxes will fit if you work that calculation out. Okay, lovely. Next question. Okay, I don't know. We do, what about E? Okay, ladies, you got that down? Have you ladies got that down? Got the 18 by 6 by 4, yeah? Because you got 9 meters, 18 half meters boxes. Okay, E. E? Yeah? Question E. If each box weighs 1 kilogram and the shed unit weighs 120 kilograms, what is the total weight of the shed when it is filled with boxes? How many boxes do we have first of all? 432 boxes. And each of them weighs 1 kilo. And the shed weighs 120 kilos. So 432 kilos plus another 120 kilos. So for question 2E, so that will give you 552 kilos. Excellent, well done, super, beautiful, lovely. Okay, someone was feeling tired already. Okay, right, back to question number 3 now. We're looking at this time zones. What is the time in Delhi when it is 11:40 in London? And we know Delhi is 4.5 hours ahead. So, hang on 1 second while I get back to my brush.
Yes, sir.
Hang on a second. So, question A. So, we have 11:40 in London. Delhi is 4.5 hours ahead. So, 4.5 hours. It's not, we don't put 0.5 here, this is time. So, 4.5 hours is 4 hours and 30 minutes. I want to first of all clear up a confusion here with one of my students. 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours is equivalent to 4.5 hours. Because 0.5 is a half of something. 4.5 is 4 hours and 30 minutes. That is where this came from. Now let's add them up. So 40 minutes at 30 minutes gives us 70 minutes. 11 at 4 is 15. But we can't have this as a time. We have to do a bit of adjustment. So what we do here, we minus 1 hour from the minutes. Add the 1 hour on this side. 70 take plus 60 is 10 minutes. And the answer should be 16:10. That's the answer for 1A. I need to get a new page and it's more space. Okay, question C. It says that what is the time difference in Dubai relative to Rio de Janeiro? Okay, let's draw a line. Okay, we have here in the middle, we have London. Okay, and then we have Rio. So Rio is, okay, Rio is behind London, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, and we have, the other one is it Dubai?
Yeah.
So Dubai is 3 hours ahead of London. And the question says, what's the time difference between Rio, Dubai and Rio? So we got to go from here to here. So 4 hours, add another 3 hours, gives you a time difference of, between them, 7 hours time difference between those two places, between Rio and Dubai. Are we happy with that? Yes, good. Let's go next question. Next part. Okay, next one is,
C.
no, we don't see. D. Paul is traveling from London to Dubai, a 7.5-hour flight. If he leaves on at midday, what's local timing when he lands in Dubai? So question D. Okay, let's draw a timeline. So we have London here,
Should be in midday.
and we have Dubai here. So he flies from London at what time?
7.
1200 hours.
Yeah.
How long does the flight take?
7.
7.5 hours. So what time will he arrive in Dubai in London time? Still at London time will be, what time will it be? 19:30. That's the time according to London. Now we need to adjust it, make it into Dubai time. How many hours is Dubai ahead of London? 3 hours. Here it is, look here. So what do we do now to adjust it? We've got to add the 3 hours to change it back into Dubai time. So you have 19:30, and then you add to that another 3 hours for question 3D, and that gives you the answer of 22:30. And that's how we do that question. So you work out the time as though we're going from London to London, and then we add the 3 hours on afterwards. And that one's done. That's question C. Okay, right. Next one. So that was D. That was D. Question E now. Who needs help on E? Put your hand up. Put your hand up.
Me.
Okay. I said put your hand up.
Me.
Okay, question E. I've done a bit of some prepping of the question. It says there, Johnny is traveling from Beijing to Rio de Janeiro, a 22-hour flight. So here's Beijing. He's going to go to Rio de Janeiro. It takes how many hours? 22 hours. So we start with 0400 hours. We're going to add 22. What's 0400 add 22? What's that give us? That gives us,
0.
that gives you 2600 hours. Now is there such thing as 2600 hours? No. What that means in reality, it will be 2 o'clock the next morning. It will be 2 o'clock the next morning, and this time is the same time as Beijing time, because we're still working in Beijing time. Okay, now, we need to say, the question goes, what is the local time when she lands in Rio de Janeiro now? Rio de Janeiro, look on the next line. Rio de Janeiro is how many hours behind Beijing? Well, Beijing is 6 hours ahead of London. Rio de Janeiro is 4 hours behind London. So to get from Beijing to Rio, what do we do to it at the time? Take away 10. So, at the moment, we are traveling in Beijing time. We will arrive at Beijing time the next day, 2 o'clock. Now we need to convert from Beijing time to Rio, so we minus 10 hours. Okay, so what's 2 o'clock in the morning minus 10 hours? So 2 o'clock minus 2 o'clock will give us, 2 hours will give us 00, the midnight. And then you have to minus another 6 hours, so 8 hours left over. So we've got 2400 hours over 00 minus 8 hours, that will take us down to what time? 1600 hours, correct. The previous day. Okay, so you got 2400 hours, and then you minus the 8 extra hours. So you minus 2, then minus 8, so that'll give you 1600 hours the previous day. And that is the correct time, 1600 hours. Okay, end of that question, lovely.
Yay.
Okay, question says with D, what is the probability of 2 consecutive cards being picked? So probability of card 1 and probability of card 2 being picked of each of which neither is a prime number. Assume the cards are not replaced. So now, the prime numbers we have, how many prime numbers do we have? Okay, let's get this pen.
3.
So the probability of a prime is equal to 3/8. And the probability of not getting a prime is equal to 5/8. And that's the probability that we're thinking about, which is over here. 5/8. Now, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chances of not picking a prime number. 2 is a prime number, 7 and 19 are prime numbers. Now, we know that after the first card is picked, the second card is not replaced. So we go from having 8 cards to having 7 cards. We go from having 5 non-primes to having now 4 non-primes. Now we need to multiply it out. Okay. So we got here When we multiply at fractions, we can cancel diagonally. Divide that by 4 is 1. So we got left on top 5 times by 1, and the bottom we got 2 times by 7. So that will give you 5 over 14. So question 4D is 5 over 14. The answer has also got 20 over 56 because they haven't cancelled it. Ours is a simplified version and they're both correct. Done. Lovely. Next question. If you haven't got it right, have you copied it down? Okay, welcome back to question 4E. What is the sum of the mean and the median? Now the mean means add up all the numbers which are here, divided by the number of numbers which is 8. So 8, the top total is 88. We divide it by 8 gives you 11. So the mean is equal to 11. Now to work out the median, you must put the numbers, these card numbers, in order of size and find the middle number. Because there are 8 numbers, so first, second, third, fourth, that's the first half. 1, 2, 3, 4, the second half. So the median is actually between the 4th value and the 5th value. So half between 7 and 9 is equal to 8. So what we need to do now, we need to add these numbers up. So we need to add up 11 and 8. So 11 add 8 will give us an answer of 19 is the answer to question 4E. End of that question. Okay, now we're looking at question 5C. Says Jake runs around the field in 1 minute 15 seconds. How fast is he running? Okay, so let's have a look. So the fast is, that's called speed. Speed is equal to the distance divided by the time. So we're doing 5C. Okay, 5C. Now what is the distance around the field? We have 75 and 35 and then another lot to those two. So what is the distance? The distance around the field is, so 70, 100, 110, 110 add another 110 is equal to 220. Now we've got to divide that by the time. Now the one in meters per second. So that is meters. Okay. And then we've got to work out how many seconds. It took him 1 minute and 15 seconds. How many seconds altogether? 1 minute is 60 seconds. 15 seconds is, so altogether is dividing it by 75. So the speed is equal to the distance divided by the time. So question 5C, we have 220 divided by 75. Okay, this is another one of those long division questions, and we're not going to do the long division now. That's for you to practice at home. So question C5C, that 220 divided by 75 will give us an answer of, what do we get? Question 5C, 2.93. 2.93 what? Meters per seconds. And that will give us an answer for question 5C. Okay, let's move on to a clean page. Question 5D. Leo runs around the field at 5 meters per second. How long after Leo does Jake complete the race? Leo runs around the field at 5 meters per second. How long after Leo does Jake complete the race? Okay. So we've got two people now. From the previous question, from question 5, from 5C, we know that Jake completed the run in 75 seconds. Now Leo runs at 5 meters per second. How long after Leo does Jake come? So we're going to work out now the difference in Leo's time and Jake's time. Let's work out Leo's time. So we said it before. Speed is equal to distance divided by time. But we need to work out Leo's time. How do we work out the time? It's called cross multiplying. Time goes up there, the speed comes down here. So the time is equal to the distance. What is the distance around the pitch? The distance is 220. When I ask a question, you guys can answer. The distance around the field is 220. And the time he takes, his speed is 5 meters per second. So 220 divided by 5. So what's 220 divided by 5 first of all? Okay, that gives you what? 44 seconds. Excellent. Okay, now, what do we say? We need to work out the difference between Jake's time and Leo's time. So what is Leo's time? We just worked it out. It is 44 seconds. We've got to work out the difference between these two times. So 75 taken with 44 is equal to 31 seconds, and that is the answer to question 5D. I need to clear the page. Okay, 5E. Okay, we've set this question up of question 5E. So Martin runs the first half of the field at 8 meters per second. The first half of the field is going to be what? Let's have a look. It's going to be this and this. That's the first half. So 75 at 35 gives us what? 110. And then the second half is going to be another 110. First half of the field, second half of the field. Now, it says it runs the first half of the field at 8 meters per second, which is here. And the second half of the field at 4 meters per second, which is here. Because how long does it take to run one lap of the field? Give your answer to the nearest second. So we've got to work out the time for the first half, time for the second half, using the formula that we just introduced in the last part of the question. So if speed equals distance divided by time, then time is equal to distance divided by speed. We swap them over. Okay, are we happy with that so far? Now we need to do the calculation involved in that. Okay, here we go. So time 1 is equal to the distance, which is 110 divided by 8. And time 2 is equal to 110 divided by 4. So we've got to work out those two calculations, and then what do we do with them? Add them up. Okay, let's work them out. Okay, let's work this out now. Live. Okay, 8 goes into 1. How many times? 0. Remainder? How many 8s go into 11? 1. Remainder? Remainder? 3. How many 8s go into 30? 8 times by 3 is? 24. So we need to put a point here, and we need to extend the number. So 8 goes into 8 times by 3 is 24. So the remainder is going to be equal to 6. How many 8s in 60 now? 7. 8 times by 7 is 56. Remainder 4. Add the 4 to another 0. How many 8s in 40? 5. Lovely, that's done. Okay, next question. How many 4s in 1 is? Remainder? 4s in 11 is? 2. 4 times by 2 is 8. Remainder? 3. How many 4s in 30 is? Because 4 times by 7 is? 28. We need to extend the number. Remainder? 2. How many 4s in 20 is? 5. So we now need to add up these two numbers here and then round off to the nearest second. Okay, we need a bit more space, but we just change color, do in the middle over here. Here we go. Let's see if we can squeeze in here. So 13.75 here, and we got 27.5 over here, and then we add them up. Okay, we have 5, 12, 7 add 3 is 10, 10 add 1 is 11, and that will give 2 add 1 is 3 add 1 is 4. So I get so far 41.25 seconds. The question goes round up to the nearest second, so the final answer is
41 seconds.
41 seconds, and that is the end of the paper. Okay, folks.